Indonesia is reporting a new daily high of nearly 4,900 new coronavirus cases. The death toll has also passed 11,500, the highest in the region. Gravediggers in Jakarta, the epicentre of the country's outbreak, are battling fatigue and fears of infection as they struggle to keep up. Saiful Ismail has more.
47-year-old Nadi has been digging graves for more than 20 years. But never has his workload been heavier or his work so dangerous. He works at the Pondok Ranggon Public Cemetery, one of two earmarked for COVID-19 victims in Jakarta. Those who died of the virus are buried here, as are suspected COVID-19 patients who died before their swab test results came in.
Itu sangat mengkhawatirkan kami di sini, terutama untuk penanganan penurunan peti sampai kita harus ketemu sama keluarga. Di situ bisa menimbulkan kami ini kena virus. Kita di sini terlalu jaga untuk kesehatannya ya. Nah itu kita sama keluarga atau ahli waris yang datang untuk dimakamkan ini kita ada batasannya. Nah untuk jarak aman dari yang kita itu biasanya 20 meter.
They've been lucky so far. None of the grave diggers here have contracted COVID-19 since the pandemic hit Indonesia in March. But they are feeling the strain as the country's coronavirus death toll continues to mount. Indonesia has now recorded more than 11,000 COVID-19 deaths, the highest toll in Southeast Asia. On some days, the grave diggers at Pondok Ranggon bury as many as 40 bodies. That's more than double since the start of the pandemic. They are usually paid about $280 a month. During this outbreak, they've received an additional $100 monthly.
There are 4 teams of grave diggers at this Pondok Ranggon Public Cemetery in East Jakarta. Each team consists of about 20 people and they work on weekly shifts digging the graves here. The grave diggers work long hours, starting from 7:30 in the morning until late at night.
The first ambulance bearing a COVID-19 victim arrives at the cemetery at 8:30 a.m., followed by many more throughout the day. Under COVID-19 protocols, bodies and coffins have to be wrapped in plastic and buried within 24 hours to minimize any risk of transmission. Families wait patiently while gravediggers fill the pit with moist red earth. They recite the azan, or the call to prayer for the dead. One relative stayed a good distance away from the grave over fears of the virus. Another family chose to perform the last funeral rites with the deceased still inside the ambulance. Such sorrowful scenes affect even the hardiest of grave diggers, who now see more bodies being buried with nobody to see them off.
Kadang-kadang saya sendiri juga merasa terbawa emosi, merasa kasihan, merasa sedih, merasa iba. Terlebih ketika ada jenazah yang dimakamkan di sini tanpa ada yang menghantar, itu perasaan-perasaan sedih saya juga sangat-sangat mendalam. Sedangkan keluarga yang dikasihinya pun tidak bisa ikut ke tempat terakhir karena mereka pun harus menjalankan karantina, karena mereka pun terpapar.
Just a few hundred meters away from the cemetery, people live, work and play. There are concerns over living so near a COVID-19 burial ground, but residents have learned to accept it.
Enggak menolak. Ya cuman tetap yang namanya waspada tetap dijaga. Warga ya sebenarnya khawatir ya Pak ya. Karena virus itu emang sebenarnya ada, tapi ya kita menyikapi kalau menjaga protokol kesehatan dengan baik, mengikuti perintah pemerintah juga, insya Allah lah kita kalau yang namanya sakit, sehat itu datangnya dari Allah, dari Tuhan ya Pak ya.
The Pondok Ranggon Cemetery is expected to reach its full capacity this month as the COVID-19 death toll in the capital continues to surge. The Jakarta administration has designated another public cemetery in Rorotan, North Jakarta for COVID-19 burials. And if the country continues to struggle to contain the outbreak, gravediggers like Nadi will have to continue to battle through their fatigue to keep up. Saiful Bahri Ismail, CNA, Jakarta.